Here was a interesting street interview, so I wanted to react to it.
So, on the topic of dating, what's your number one biggest ick?
My number one ick would be the way she dresses. It's too revealing
I see. Why is that your biggest ick?
because I don't want her to disrespect me in public by dressing like too revealing.
But don't you think it's like her body? And she. So do you find it disrespectful when a woman dresses a little too revealing, like as a man, because only you are supposed to see that?
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't that an insecurity?
No, it's more of like being territorial and knowing that men will hit on her if she dresses a certain way.
But what about trusting that your girl can say no and not putting it in the fate of other men?
And I shouldn't even have to worry about that in the first place.
Well, that's true. But like, so you just don't want other men to look at her in that way?
Yeah, exactly. Because we're in a relationship now, you know what I mean? She's mine.
I see. But do you think that being territorial is a quality of love?
Yeah, being territorial is like the man cementing that you're his woman.
Wait, what did you say?
Being territorial means that you love that woman and you want her to yourself. If he wasn't territorial, that means he kind of doesn't feel all the way for you. That means he doesn't have full trust in you.
That's crazy. Because her boyfriend is like
Wait,
her.
don't say that.
Really? I told you.
Oh, on the topic of
I was thinking, right? I thought this was interesting, right? It's a conversation that it's always interesting to have, right? How women dress or the insecurity that women always talk about. Yes, this topic. I mean, this topic is many-fold, right? In my opinion, right? I always believe my biggest ick is just a woman being disrespectful, needlessly, right? You don't need to be disrespectful, especially to your man. Dressing. I always think, right? If she's with me, I love it if she dressed nice. If she's not with me, I think I am in the camp that it is disrespectful if you dress too provocatively when you're out with your friends or whatever without your man. So I am in that camp as well. Because here's the thing, right? Forget about the insecurities, the ick, whatever. It's about boundaries. Plain and simple, boundaries, right? It's about how you respect your partner's boundaries. Because how you respect your partner's preferences, their standards. So if your man cares, well, is he your man or not? Because if he cares, you following his what he finds respectful is important. I think that's very important. Where sometimes I think a lot of us ignore what we want to love a partner how we feel we should love them instead of how they want to be loved. Okay? That's sometimes we forget that, you know what? No one is your carbon copy, right? So they're not going to think and act just like you. We have that kind of problem I'm seeing more and more in modern day relationships or just relationships in general, where a lot of times I mean, I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about that, Crystal. But here's the thing where, like I said, we forget that, you know what? There's a different individual we're dealing with, right? Their own autonomy, their own way of thinking, having their own boundaries, their own train of thought, right? Now, Crystal brought kind of a topic up, right? We will disagree because when I go to the club, we dress up a bit sexy. It's your behavior. Here's the thing, right? I'm a man about I'm my one of the most important things to me is accountability, right? Accountability. Here's the thing, and comes with that is that all you can do in life, right? Crystal, this is my perspective, and maybe it's a bit of wisdom I can impart. All you can do in life is control your own actions. Okay, so let's say this, right? If me and Crystal is dating, I don't want you to dress sexy, okay? Because I think it's disrespectful. Plus, know how the world works. It is dangerous out there. Okay, it is dangerous out there. So, but you, Crystal, a link. Oh, this is not. I can't do that with this because I'm doing OBS. Uh, if you come to I could always do one where we're doing StreamYard, right? I can send the link for that one. So I haven't planned to do any co-hosts, but I'll remember that next time, right? I'll remember that next time for you. But what's the thing where like I said, you can dress how you want to dress, but when you go outside to the real world, right? Clubs, all this shit, you can control yourself, but you can't control others. Yes, it's your behavior, but you can't control other people's behaviors. How many times we've heard women's stories of how terrible other people are? Yes, we can talk for hours. You know what, Crystal? I don't mind having. We could have a dedicated show for that, right? I'll think of something next time. But yes, we can't control other people. We live in reality. There are shitty men and good men in this world, right? There are shitty people and good people. There are bad people in this world. There are bad people in this world. So yes, you go out to a club, you dress nice. Even though you won't cheat, you don't do nothing. But there are men out there that don't give a shit. They can harass you. They can do a whole lot of terrible shit. So men will see that, yes, it seems, right, surface level, he's being territorial, or, it's like you think he doesn't trust you. He does. It's not about he trusting you. It's about he doesn't trust the world around you. Okay? That's the point a lot of women don't understand. Men do not trust the world around them. Women, sadly, sometimes they are delusional to the world around them. Which is crazy, right? Women think men are so dangerous, yet they are willing to put themselves into dangerous situations. Men see that. Men know that. So that's part of the protector mindset of a lot of men, right? A lot of women don't see that, don't understand that. That is the protector mindset of men. This is my woman. I don't want her to go out there, right? I trust her 100%, but that don't mean I trust the guy next to her. I don't trust the other guy walking with her. I don't trust the other guy looking at her, right? I don't trust the people around her, right? So as great as you may be, right? Great as a girlfriend or whatever you may be, the problem is we don't trust the world around us. And that's why we do things and say things that may seem insecure, but it's not. It is to secure what is ours, or what we love, what we protect, what we're protecting. That's my thing. Ooh, I mean, there's a degree, right? I'm not saying no man is perfect. I'm not saying every man is good. Like, don't even wear eyeliner. It's eyeliner. I mean, eyeliner. It's nothing, right? That's really nothing. There's a lot of men that they can't control it, right? They can't explain it. They can't regulate it correctly. That's the thing where, in my opinion, a lot of men are unguided, right? Their heart is in the right place. Their mind isn't, right? How they go about things, how they, think is unguided. And this is why I think the importance of men, right? Men's spaces. This is where men gather. Men gather to learn, to gain wisdom from other men, right? From logic, right? And I'm in support of women also going into these spaces and picking up logic, but I think this is the importance for men, so they can understand. If your girlfriend wear eyeliner, it's nothing, right? That's nothing. That's not going to change, a stalker's viewpoints of her, right? That's not going to change, potential predator. That's not. So there's levels to it.
Dating, what's your number one biggest ick?
My number one ick would be the way she dresses. It's too revealing.
I see. Why is that your biggest ick?
Because I don't want her to disrespect me in public by dressing like too revealing.
Don't you think it's like her body? And so do you find it disrespectful when a woman dresses a little too revealing, like as a man, because only you are supposed to see that?
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't that an insecurity?
No, it's more of like being territorial and knowing that men will hit on her if she dresses a certain way.
But what about trusting that your girl can say no and not putting it in the fate of other men?
And I shouldn't even have to worry about that in the first place.
Well, that's true. But so you just don't want other men to look at her in that way?
Yeah, exactly. We're in a relationship now, you know what I mean? She's mine.
I see. But do you think that being territorial is a quality of love?
Yeah, being territorial is like the man cementing that you're his woman.
Wait, what did you say?
Being territorial means that you love that woman and you want her to yourself. If he wasn't territorial, that means he kind of doesn't feel all the way for you. That means he doesn't have full trust in you.
That's crazy. Because her boyfriend is like
Wait,
that.
don't say that.
Really? I told you.
Oh, on the
So yeah, I mean, territorial, I think that's part of the protection, right? You protect what you believe is yours, right? What you think is yours. So that's part of it, right? That's part of the mentality of the inner mentality of a lot of men, right? The territorialness. I want to protect what I believe is mine, what I deem is mine, right? I protect it from the rest of the world. A lot of women think it's insecurity, but it's probably, I think it's biological in a sense, right? Where we want to protect. Yes, it's a natural thing. Men want to provide and protect. A lot of women can't see the nuance in those things, right? So that's where we have a lot of miscommunication. And I think this is the thing where I love these spaces where men are growing, where they can communicate better, right? I think one of my qualities is I had to gain the wisdom and the experience to communicate better with my partners. So that's something that we all need to learn and develop more, and to be able to express how we think. So I don't know, but what do you guys think of that one?